November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ and standing by. CQ 40 meters. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, 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 CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, 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 and standing by. CQ 40 meters, CQ 40 meters, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, 7222.5, 7222.5, CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ on 7222.5, 7222.5, CQ.
That's that 3CZ. We have a net on 225. Can you do it boil down 1 or 2, please?
Yes, where is your net and where do you need me to go?
We're on 225 if you can do it boil 1 or 2 down.
Oh, you're on this exact frequency. Okay, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Thank you.
We're not on this frequency. We're on 7225.0, but I was just wondering if you could do it boil, please. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure. So I'm on 72215. Do you copy? Is this okay to be here? Is this frequency in use? CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. Test 1, 2. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that. I went over to turn off my radio and put the SD card back in, and I think it just lost the memory of the channel I was on, and I just had to go back to the memory. So sometimes it shows it on the display, but it's not actually there. That's some kind of a bug with the FTDX10. I've noticed that happen quite a few times. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, CQ. Is this frequency in use?
Yeah, take it away, boss. You got it. I'll go a couple of rounds with you. KACUFT, South Jersey, Long Beach Island.
Okay, is it Kilo Alpha 2 Uniform Sierra Charlie?
Uniform Fox Papa. Uniform Fox Papa.
And is it Kilo Alpha 2?
Yep, that's a big Roger. Kilo Alpha 2, you know. Kilo Alpha 2, United Fox Papa. Name is Frank. Long Beach Island, New Jersey.
Okay, Frank, nice to talk to you. My log's not really cooperating. I think carried the laptop with me down to Florida, and it's got to kind of reset. Good to hear you, Frank. You sound good here. You're about a 5 and 4, North Carolina.
Okay, what part of North Carolina are you residing in?
I am in Charlotte. Over.
Oh, very good. Okay. What's the call sign? Let me get you the line.
Sure. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. Whiskey 4, 9 drunk kangaroos.
Okay, yeah, you were just up the band a little ways there. They told you, they asked you to move. Yeah, I was getting ready to talk to you up there, but they asked you to move down here. They're going 55. Okay, very good. What's the radio size? What radio are you using?
I got a FTDX10, 100 watts, and right now I'm on the W5GI Mystery antenna. It's a dipole fed with ladder line. It's 50 ohm ladder line. I'm not sure. It's the narrow kind that comes with it, and it's got different lobes of radiation on it. Back to you.
Okay. Question. What town are you near?
I am near Charlotte. Over.
Okay, you're out there on the western part. I lived in South Carolina for about 6 years full time, but we came back to Jersey. But I still have a house down there. I have a house down in Little River. You know where Little River is? Do you ever go to the Benson Handfest?
I have not been to Benton Handfest. I do know where Little River is. That's near Myrtle Beach. Over.
Yeah, it's northeast. Do you go to the Benson Handfest? If you haven't never been, if you're close to it, go. You'll enjoy yourself. It's a nice handfest.
Are you talking about Benton, Benton, or Benson?
Benson, S-O-N, S-O-N.
Okay, Benson, North Carolina. That's near Smithfield, right?
Yeah, it's right there someplace. I think you might not be too close to that venue. Is that correct?
That's about 2.5 hours east of me, 2 hours and 45 minutes or so. No, not very close.
Yeah, that's too far to drive for a handfest. I'll go an hour and a half. That's my top. That's as much as I'll drive. No more than 90 minutes. That'll do it. Well, anyway, when I lived down there, I tailgated there all the time, and they used to clean me out there. They'll buy everything. Girly stuff, kid stuff, men's stuff. They'll buy everything there.
Well, that's good to hear. That's interesting. I wasn't aware how great that Hamfest is. It is close to the interstate, near 95 and near 40. So it's a good location. A lot of people can get there. And the RARS Fest is coming up pretty soon, the Raleigh Amateur Radio Society Hamfest. Over.
Yeah, I've never been to that one. But when I lived down there, I belonged to the Myrtle Beach Amateur Radio Club. And they have a pretty good Hamfest. It's not bad at all. I sold there. And I used to run down to, what's south down there? Charlotte down there? That's where the college is. What's that college town down there? I've been to that one a few times.
Chapel Hill.
No, it wasn't Chapel Hill. That was a little bit far for me to drive from Little River. Down there, all the way down south there. What was it? Charlotte, where the college is. There's a college in that. Charleston, that's it. Charleston. I've been to that one a few times.
Oh yeah, Charleston, near College of Charleston's down there. Yeah, that's a beautiful school, beautiful town. Yeah, Frank, good deal. What are you running up there in New Jersey?
Okay, this is a 135-foot end-fed wire. The configuration is a inverted LV with the apex of 90 feet at the base. That's just the way I can set my stuff. They run a lot of that with units. And this works fairly well. Very well, actually. And I took them all over the place. I have two of these wires up like this. An inverted LV. They advertise these antennas. Wasn't that they advertise it? Oh, put in a radio era. But I don't know if they were still further. I put a piece of bait cloth halfway across the board and I hook it, I pull it up like a flag. And they work gangbusters.
That's great. Good to hear. And how much power are you running there, Frank?
90 watts. 90 watts.
Okay, well, it's working, and thank you for coming in. I'm actually live streaming. I meant to tell you, you're on YouTube. It's Go Amateur Radio is the channel. Golf Oscar Amateur Radio on YouTube. Over?
Yeah, I just computer too, but I don't have it all right now. Okay, that's very good. So, Jim, are you fairly new ham, or you been around for a while?
I've been a ham for about 4 years, and I'm a general. Going to start studying for the extra, but I'm doing some professional studying for work, so the 4-letter word. So that might take a back seat, but I want to get my extra. Yeah, and that's it. Over.
Yeah. What did you use to get the general? Did you just go to any free place to use that study guide, or did you pay for it?
Hamstudy.org, the free one.
Okay. Well, I tell you, when I got my extra, I've been extra for 20 years. Then I used hand pistol line. And I pushed a little bit of extra forward. I got 100% on the extra test when I took it. Now the extra, the cushion pull is fairly large. So what I would recommend, I would study for maybe a half hour the topics, okay? And if you have any trouble memorizing, just get a piece of scratch paper and make a study guide, okay? You'll have maybe a half a sheet of paper. I had a full sheet, because I went to the Ace that bad boy, right? So you're studying the study material on your external notes. Studying the notes for about maybe 15, 20 minutes or long study for the main test, and you'll reach it. Easy test.
Okay, roger that. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind for sure. And but I've got to study some things for the job. Once I get into working something, I'll start studying for the extra. Maybe I'll do a little bit, 15 minutes a night or something for now, in 15 minutes a night of the job studying. But good stuff there, Frank. Thanks very much. Yeah, you're sounding good. A little bit quiet, though. The band's not super open between New Jersey and Charlotte. A little bit quiet. Is it okay if we see if anybody else is out there also? Maybe we could all chat with the new person. Is that all right?
Yeah, you take it away. I gotta get out of here. I have to do a couple things here. I'm doing my cardio. I do cardio every day. Every day I do cardio. And it's just the way that it's just me. I could be slim and trim, you know. Keeps the brain working when you get older. I've been doing cardio for many, many years. Okay, nice meeting you. Enjoy your station there. You sound good. W4NDQ KA2UFE 73.
Yes, W4 November Delta Kilo. I'll be clear with Kilo Alpha 2 Uniform Foxtrot Papa. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Kilowatt is the last letter, just to correct that there, Frank. Nice to meet you. Have a good exercise today. Glad you're doing that. That'll keep you young. 73.
Okay. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. I don't know what the hell I said. I'm half asleep. KA2USA. I only got up at 4 o'clock. All right, 73.
73. CQ, Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo, W4 NDK, CQ, and standing by. on 72215 and streaming on YouTube. Go Amateur Radio, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. I check DX heat now to see what the propagation looks like. It looks like 10 and 15 are open. Let me go down there, be at 10 meters or 15. Let's try 10 first.
Bonne chance, à bientôt.
Thank you, Countess. Fox 4, Italy, Yokohama, Ontario, call. Florida 4, Italy, Yankee Ocean, call and by.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, and Kilowatt. Good morning. Your signal report is 5924.
Yes, you are 5 and 9, North Carolina. Thank you for the contact, Paul.
Okay, thank you very much, my friend.
73.
Fox 4, Italy, Yankee Ocean. Florida 4, Italy, Yankee Ocean. Thank you, Countess. Thank you, Countess.
Thank you so much for the QSO. I wish you 73. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Merci beaucoup.
Speaking contest, speaking French amateur contest. Here is Florida 4, Echo Mexico India contest.
Florida 4 kilowatt, Italy, Yankee.
Florida 4 kilo.
Florida 4 kilo, Italie, Yokohama.
Florida 4 kilo, Italie, Yankee. Merci pour la nouvelle bande. Vous êtes 59,85 QSL.
59,86, c'est correct?
Alors 85, 800, la bande des QSL.
Ok, ça marche pour le département 85, je vous passe 59,57.
À 57, c'est QSL. Merci pour la deuxième bande. À bientôt.
À bientôt, merci beaucoup, bonne chance.
Ici Florida 4, Echo, Mexico, Italie, QRZ.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
À Tango, Mexico, allez-y. Ok, je crois que c'est Tango, Mexico, Romeo, Kilo, c'est correct? Ah, c'est QSL. Tango, Mexico 2, Romeo, Japonais. 45, ici Florida 4, Echo, Mexico, Italie. 85, 805, la zone des QSL. Merci, avec plaisir et très content de vous entendre sur les deux bandes. Salutations, au revoir.
Foxtrot 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu. Echo, Québec, Zulu.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
F4 Foxtrot 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu. Foxtrot 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu.
Sign is Foxtrot number 4, Echo, Mexico, Italy, Florida 4, Echo, Mike, Italy, Roger. Okay, stand by, Whiskey Tango 0, Lima, Queen, Florida 4, Echo, Lima, Québec, Canada. Lima, Québec, Canada. Roger.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Your 5985, Roger. 231, thank you for the short. Bye-bye.
Romeo 3,
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilowatt.
Echo, Québec, Zulu.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Romeo 3, Lima Charlie, thank you. Your 5985, Roger. Thank you, bye-bye.
Numéro 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu. F6, EQZ.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Please stand by 1 minute. Only French station for 1 minute, please. Ok, les stations françaises, bonjour. Ici Florida 4, Echo, Mexico, Italie. Je vous écoute, QRZ.
Foxtrot 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu. Foxtrot 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu.
Florida 6, Echo, Québec, Zulu. Merci pour la nouvelle banque 51. Vous êtes 54.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. CQ, Ed, standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, CQ. CQ, 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 Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, CQ. CQ, 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 Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ.
N0BUN.
November 0, Bravo, November 0, Bravo, Uniform, November. Is that correct?
Yes, November 0, Victor, Uniform, November, USO.
Yes, sir, Paul. Paul in Colorado. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, you're at 5'9" in North Carolina. Great signal, Paul.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to hear that. I've been having problems here lately and finally been able to get back on, and I guess my new antenna is working good for me.
Yes, sir. What is your new antenna?
It's a Delta Loop that I picked up here a couple weeks ago and then put it up, and apparently it's working okay.
Yes, it is. You sound great. And what's your transceiver and your power?
I'm working here with the Nikon 718, and right now about 90 watts.
It's working great. So you're right outside of Denver there. Great signal, Paul. Yes. Do you have any big plans today, or just going to play radio?
Well, I'm going to take advantage of the heat wave today after having so many cold weather days and even some snow here yesterday. And towards the morning here started melting off, and it's supposed to be in the low 50s today, so probably gonna do some work around the outside.
Okay, QSL. Yes, I just got back from Florida, and it's cold here. It is, temps are gonna rise on Tuesday, but not today. I gotta go walk the dogs today. Gotta go walk the dogs, Paul. One of my viewers on YouTube is asking you what kind, and I'm live streaming, what kind of balun are you using on the Delta Loop? Over?
Is it 1-to-1?
A 1-to-1 balun. Okay, roger that. Yes, I'm not sure what the call sign is of the guy that's asking, because he gave me a screen name. If he could tell me his call sign in the chat, that would help, but I'll let you know. But anyway, 1-to-1. I used a 4-to-1 on my Delta Loop, and it worked okay. Have you tried a 4-to-1, or is the 1-to-1 the recommended?
Well, that's what it said on the paperwork when I picked it up. So, but I heard people talking about a 4-to-1 as well.
Okay, understand. And how big is the Delta Loop? Over?
It's about, on top is about 5.5 feet wide.
Okay, QSL. Did you get it from HRO?
Negative. I think it was, oh God, forgot the name of the outfit right now, but it took a while because they didn't have them in stock, and I had to wait about 5 weeks for them to get them. I guess it comes from Germany.
Okay, from Germany. Roger. Well, those work great. And the guy in my chat saying that if you make the Delta Loop more pointed, it will have 500 or how 50 ohms of the feed point. It won't need a balun.
Huh, that's interesting. Anyways, I mean, people running those things horizontally as well.
Yes, I ran mine horizontally, and it worked very well. Mine was 40-meter Delta Loop resonant on 40 meters. Well, Roger. Well, you sound great, Paul. I wish I was in Colorado right now. It's a great place. I love Denver. Well, thank you for finding me out here, Paul. And if you want to hear yours might be the WIMO, WIMO brand is what he's saying. If you want to hear your audio, you can go to my YouTube channel, Go Amateur Radio. Roger?
Go Amateur Radio, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. That's correct. And I've been streaming for maybe about 30 to 45 minutes. Over?
Good deal. I'll check it out then. And by the way, your signal was 58 to 59.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the 5859. You're 59 also in North Carolina. Great signal. Hey, thanks for finding me, Paul. It's the first time we've chatted. I'd love to chat with you again. Don't talk to a whole lot of people in Denver, so I guess I need to get on 10 meters more. Back to you.
Okay, a pleasure talking to you as well. So I'll say 73 for now. Hope to talk to you again sometime. You have a great day.
You have a great day, too. 73, Paul. That is November 0, Victor Uniform November, Paul, in Aurora, Colorado. He has a Delta Loop running 90 watts, doing very well here. And it's probably one of those WIMO made in Germany Delta Loops, we think. Well, 73, Paul. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'll be clear with you, and I'll be calling CQ from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo on 28387. QRZ. CQ, and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Trying to find another contact, and then once I get one more or two more, I'll switch over to 15. This is Whiskey 4 NDK. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ.
QRZ, anybody else, please?
Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo.
Okay, 4 November, Delta Kilo. Very good afternoon. ICB 1. Nice to hear you again, sir. And the QTH, 35 miles west of West.
Yes, nice to hear you again, too. My name is Nate, November Alpha Tango Echo, as you have, and you are 5 and 5 here in North Carolina. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, okay, okay, no problem at all. Let me just, what have I got here? I've got the wrong call sign. Sorry, I'm getting muddled up with my call signs here at the moment. Right, let me just do that, and I'll get the right details up on the screen here a minute. Right, sorry about that. Back to you. D08, over.
Yes, Roger, Roger. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 NDK. And I have your call sign because I just tuned in. I just tuned in to you.
Yes, okay. It's Golf 0, Hotel, Whiskey, Kilowatt. Golf 0, Hotel, Whiskey, Kilo. Now, if you give your report, you come up with a 5.
What was my report again?
57, 5 and 7.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. 57. Nice to hear you again. This is our 5th QSO. And we originally spoke on January 25th of 2022. Last time we spoke was 5/2 of 2023, so it's been a couple of years. Nice to hear you, Mike. I love the hawk there. Over.
Yeah, QSL there. Yeah, I'm just looking at my logbook here. I don't want to, I think the wrong button called up somebody else's call sign there. That's all right. Oh dear. Anyway, running an ICOM 7300, which I would have been on, I think, last time we spoke. Now about 650 watts of an ICOM 1000. And I've still got the hex beam up in the air at about 25 feet. So that's the setup here, Nate. Let's just have a look at your QRZ page there, QSL.
QSL Mike. And is it Mike Drew or just Mike? Over?
Yeah, just Mike.
Okay, Mike. Well, thank you for the description of your shack. The hex beam is something I'm envious about, and also the ACOM 1000. I don't own either a beam or an amp. I'm running a homebrew doublet antenna. It's a 40-meter doublet, around 40 meters in width, and it is up about 40 feet. It is running to a 4-to-1 Balun, and then to an LDG AT600 tuner, to an FTDX10, 100 watts. Mike, back to you.
It seems to be working quite well. You know, there is some QSB on the band this afternoon, but not anything too serious at all. Okay, I'm not going to hold it. The sun is shining very bright. I've been working this morning doing some patio cleaning and treating the slab with the chemicals to dry off a bit. And I can start putting the pots and tubs back, so I think I'm going to go and have a look. Maybe come back on them later on, say 17 meters, which I think would be a bit better than the propagation here at the moment. But nice to hear you, and many thanks for coming back to the call.
Yes, nice to hear you too. Golf 0, Hotel Whiskey Kilo 73, Mike. Good to hear you again. From Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Clear.
Okay, many thanks. 08. Clear and going to market.
Do you mind if I have the frequency for a little bit?
Yeah, you carry on, mate. Carry on.
Okay, we'll test and see how this works from North America. I am streaming live on YouTube. Go Amateur Radio, Golf Oscar Amateur Radio. My call sign is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, 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 Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. Is the frequency in use? 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 21283.5. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ 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 Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ CQ CQ, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ 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 Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ CQ CQ, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ 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 Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ CQ CQ, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ 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 Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ CQ CQ, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ 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 Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ, 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 this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ, CQ, CQ CQ, CQ, CQ Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, 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 this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ, CQ, CQ CQ, CQ, CQ Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, 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 this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ, CQ, CQ CQ, CQ, CQ Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ.
CQ20, KD2ZJK, calling CQ20. CQ20, CQ20, Kilowatt Delta 2, Zulu, Juliet, Kilowatt, calling CQ, CQ. CQ20, calling CQ on 20 meters. KD2ZJK, calling CQ on 20 meters. CQ, CQ, KD2ZJK.
Whiskey 4 NDK.
20 meters and standing by.
Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 NDK.
Whiskey 4 NDK. This is Kilo Delta 2, Zulu, Juliet, Kilowatt, a New Jersey station. Oh, I'm about 20 miles north of New York City. What's your QTH there?
QSL, QSL, Kilo Delta 2, Zulu, Juliet, Kilo, W4 NDK, QTH, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, good morning there, Charlotte. You have about a 5.2, 5.3 here, so you're doing pretty good. I don't know if the band's fully open.
Yes, you're about a 5.7, 57, North Carolina.
Yeah, okay, that's good. There's a lot of DX in from France. The French are contesting today.
Yeah, I saw that there was a French contest. I got one guy, and then the next guy said he only wanted French stations, so I went away. Not sure if they're just looking for French stations or worldwide. Over?
Yeah, I don't know. I spoke to a couple French stations. He asked me for my number, and so I gave him number 1. He was the first. It was funny.
Yeah, roger that. I forgot to give a number, but I was number 1, and I never got to number 2. But, my name is Nate, and my name is Nate, November Alpha Tango Echo.
Okay, Nate, my name is Lauren, Lima, Oscar, Romeo, Echo, Navajo. Let me ask you, how's my audio this morning?
Your audio is very good for the band, but it's extremely noisy, and you just dropped down a little bit. You're really about a 5.5 right now, 4.54, but a 5.5.
Yeah, the band is a little noisy. I don't know what's going on with it. 10 meters is a little quieter, and it's busy. I mean, 10 meters is lit up, even beyond 525. It's booming.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, you drop down to a 5.2, 5.3, but I heard you say 10 meters is very noisy. I mean, it's booming on 10 meters. 20 is very noisy, but you sound good, and I'm streaming on YouTube, Go Amateur Radio, so I'm trying to find an empty frequency. I'll probably go call CQ, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it today on 20. 20 may not be in good enough a shape yet. Over?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, 10 is so busy. You know, I have a scope. I have a SDR radio, so, you know, I have the waterfall, and you could just see the signals, boy. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, roger that. What kind of radio? What kind of antenna?
Yeah, I have a Yaesu ST710 with 155-foot end-fed wire, about 70 feet at its vertical apex. What's your setup there?
Yeah, roger that. On the FT710, 155-foot wire with 70 feet. Up 70 feet. I am using an FTDX10, 100 watts with a homebrew doublet antenna with 3 feet of coax running to the tuner. Over? Okay, Kilowatt Delta 2, Zulu Juliet Kilo. Lauren, I lost you completely. I think I'm going to move or go to a new band. I'm going to move. The band is not working between here and Jersey. Over?
Yeah, okay, Nate. No worries. We can reconnect at another point. Good luck working some DX for sure. Pleasure to meet you this morning. Have a great day.
Yeah, not necessarily just working DX, but there's a lot of QSB, so you dropped down in the noise. I couldn't hear you. Then you came back up, and so you're good. But I'm wondering if there's anywhere else in the States that's a better pipeline between us. But nice to meet you, Lauren. Kilowatt Delta 2, Zulu Juliet Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'll be QSY 73.
Yeah, okay, Nate. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. KBTZJK.
Yes, sir. You too. 73.
Alpha, Charlie 1, Romeo.
Charlie, thanks. You're 59 in Kansas. There's somebody also on the frequency. You got two of you on there.
Is the frequency in use? 263. Is the frequency in use? CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Papa Sierra Portable.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Papa Sierra Portable. Oh, we've talked a couple of times, probably about 7 or 8 times. Martin in Arkansas, sounding good. What are you using?
Man, I'm sitting outside on the Ouachita Pinnacle running my homebrew length of dipole, about 35 foot up. Over.
Well, it's working, man. And you said you're sitting outside on the, where are you?
I'm at a place called the Ouachita Pinnacle, man. It's the highest spot in the Ouachita Mountains in Arkansas. Over.
Oh, QSL, awesome. So, are you camping, or did you just drive up there to operate?
Oh, I'm doing a park activation, man. And I'm just scrolling through the bands, listening to what I can listen for. Over.
Oh, roger that. That's fun. I did that yesterday from one of the bluffs over one of the rivers down in South Carolina, about 2 hours from here. Really enjoyed it. What's your park number there, Martin?
Yeah, both parks are, let's see, 4424. That's 4424. That's 10258 UFO.
Oh, you got two parks. Well, thanks for the two parks for me. 4424 and 10258, Roger.
QSL, man.
Okay, thanks very much. And I'm streaming on YouTube, Go Amateur Radio, so you can hear your audio if you go back to it later when you get home. 73, thank you very much, Martin. I know you're trying to find other guys out there.
Hey, 73s, I appreciate you, man. I hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you for picking me up.
Well, thank you for finding me out here, and enjoy that boat that you're on there in that picture. That looks like a good time out there. Have fun in Arkansas. 73.
Hey, 73, thank you.
Okay, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo Clear with Whiskey 5 Whiskey Papa Sierra. That's Martin in Arkansas. He's at the highest point in Arkansas. He's at the Ouachita Pinnacle there. Good to learn a little bit more about Arkansas. That's what I like about POTA. 73 to him. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo QRZ. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ.
AC4MC.
Okay, phonetically, please.
Alpha Charlie 4, Mike Charlie.
I got it right, Robert in Florida. At the Villages. Hey, Robert, nice to hear you. First QSO, you're 5'9" here in North Carolina.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're just looking around for the South Carolina QSO party station, and hadn't been on sideband for quite a while. Thought I'd check it out. You're the first one I've got on this radio. Anyway, I'm looking for the South Carolina station. 73 to you.
Hey, 73, got you in the log. 5'9". What's my report, Robert?
I'm sorry, say again?
My report. Thank you for the 5'9". Thank you for the 5'9". Yeah, you're about 20 miles away from South Carolina with me here. 73, thanks for finding me, Robert. Good to contact with you. I was down near the Villages yesterday, or in Ocala, Florida. 73. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ.
Yeah, are you in South Carolina QSO party?
Negative. Negative. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Tango, Foxtrot, Juliet.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Tango, Foxtrot, Juliet, Philip. That water looks great where you are, and it looks like we spoke before, because I remember that picture, I believe. You are 5'9", North Carolina.
Yes, sir. You're a 5'9" here in Miami, Florida. You're booming in. I even have a station up against you, and you are just flowing over that.
Well, thanks very much. Yeah, my antenna is, I'm just running 100 watts, but it's a doublet, and so there's only 3 feet of coax. But I historically have gotten out pretty well to Florida. I seem to hear Florida and get to Florida a lot better than elsewhere. I was just actually in Ocala, Florida, day before yesterday, and I drove back yesterday and the day before. You're great. You're 5'9" here.
Yeah, you're 5'9", but your audio is excellent. It's very clear and very rich.
Well, thank you. I narrowed it down just a little bit, but it's not too narrow, just so I could get out a little bit better. Well, your audio is great, too. What are you running?
I'm new. I'm less than a year old. My license is less than a year old, and I have an FT710, and I have a off-center fed dipole. It's only about 9 meters up, but it seems to do pretty well.
Okay, it's working great. It's working great. Your audio is very good, too. You got a lot of bass in it. You could add a little bit more high-end, a little bit more high end to get through, but it's very good there, Philip. Good audio. The parametric equalizer on these things is great if you get in there and adjust it. If you are adjusting it you're using processor, you got to use the P parametric equalizer. If you have the processor turned off, you use the other one. You probably already know this there, Philip. Over?
No, I don't. I appreciate your information. I was just getting ready to look into the menus right now. Right now, I have pretty much a default configuration, so I'm going to look into that. It's in the radio settings.
Yeah, it's in the radio settings. Let me see where it is. Just 1 second. It is in the operation settings under TX audio.
Okay, I'm looking at that now.
Okay, and if you'd like, if you send me an email, I could send you my my EQ settings, and you can emulate it if you'd like, and then adjust it for your liking. A guy named Art, who knows a lot about audio here, helped me with mine. He said they were the secret Yaesu settings, and then he tweaked them for my voice. So if you're interested, if you think mine sounds good, I'd be happy to send you some screenshots of my audio settings in where I am. Over.
Oh, I'd appreciate that. I'll send you. Yeah, like I said, it's all default. I haven't changed anything in there yet. I don't know enough about it to get in there and play around, and, so I've just kind of left it alone so far.
Okay, well, you can always go back to default, because default is highlighted in yellow when you dial it. But if you adjust it, you're not going to break anything. You can always go back to the yellow. As you turn it, it'll turn yellow when it's back to the default setting. But I'll just send you some screenshots. You could decide what you want to do. You could save them, file them away, or whatever. If you decide to try it out, you could try it out. And then, turn on the monitor to hear your own audio. Hey, good to hear you, Philip, in Miami. You live in a very nice place, and I love to go down to the Keys. That's where we like to go. Used to go down there every year. Now we're doing cruises typically with my YL and the kids. But 73 there, Kilo, Quebec 4, Tango, Foxtrot, Juliet. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. We like to cruise also. We live near the Keys. We go down there, frequently, but we also like to cruise. Again, thank you for picking up my call, and I'm going to send you an email shortly.
QSL, and you can also hear your audio on YouTube. I'm streaming, and my channel is Go Amateur Radio, Golf Oscar Amateur Radio.
I'm going to look that up right now.
Okay, it's on my QRZ. There's a link. 73. See you, Philip. Thanks for the contact.
73.
This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4 NDK, CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. November 5 Mobile.
This is November 5, Romeo.
Okay, November 5 Romeo, I need your suffix only. Romeo Tango Tango. Okay, I got a station right on top of me now. The South Carolina QSO party's going on right now. There's a station right on top. Give me your suffix a couple of times, 3 times.
CQ South Carolina. This is Kilo 3 Tango Whiskey, Kilowatt 3, so Kilo Whiskey, Kilo 3 Tango Whiskey in Florida, calling South Carolina.
Frequencies in use, Kilo 3 Tango Whiskey.
Who's that? QRZ?
Frequencies in use.
QRZ.
Frequencies in use. Okay, Romeo Tango Tango, or what is your suffix?
Romeo Echo Tango, Romeo Echo Tango, Romeo Echo Tango, Romeo Echo Tango.
Okay, Okay, I got you, John, in Oklahoma. You are 5'9", North Carolina.
USL, and I got a good copy on you. I believe it's Nate. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's correct. Good mobile setup. I love the picture there.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, there's so much distraction going on the channel, I forgot what I was doing. Were you activating a park today, or are you just calling CQ? I apologize.
I was activating yesterday. I was just calling CQ, and yeah, I think the South Carolina QSO party is going around right now, so I might QSY. I was doing a live stream, but I appreciate you coming back to me from the mobile. Are you running that ICOM, and how much power?
Yeah, so I'm running the 7100 primarily just for HF and some of the business modes connected to the laptop, and I've got the FPN HF, and that's what I'm running today, portable. I'm actually just off of the edge of Route 66. And activating a park, but I'm...
Okay, are you at the park?
I am at the park, but I'm not at a parks on the air recognized.
Okay, roger that. Well, good job there. You got a great setup. I love operating portable. I've been doing it from my car with an 891 and a ham stick all the way down to Florida and back, so I made a lot of contacts. All right, John, well, I'm going to QRT here on the frequency on the 20 meters. It's not a good place today with the South Carolina QP going on, but I appreciate you coming back to me, John, and I hope to see you down the log. If you want to hear your audio, you're on my YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is Go Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio.
Copy that. I had missed that earlier. Good to know. I will take a listen. It sounds like some of the noise that was around you might have quieted down, so you might be good. I don't know, but I'll let you go. 73 W4NDK N5 RET. Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too, John. Yeah, the noise did quiet down. The guy that was right on my frequency, because I was already here, and he just started calling CQ, so I said frequencies in use, so he QS wide. But there is someone just below me, like maybe 1 kc down or 1.5, and so I'll listen for that. But if he quiets down, I'll stay here. If not, I might QSY. See you later. November 5, Romeo Echo Tango's got a great mobile setup. Check out his QRZ. Nice to make contact with John in Oklahoma, mobile off of Route 66. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo 73, John.
Yeah, this is November 5, ready, equipped, and trained, 73.
73. I'll try to get one more here. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 8, India Echo India.
Kilo Charlie 8, India Echo India.
Yeah, I have you 5'9", and I am mobile in Florida.
Wow, you're 5'9" mobile. What are you running?
Just an old Icon 706 with a ham stick.
Okay, you're in the Melbourne area?
Yep.
It's working. It's working. I was using an FC891 and a ham stick, and it was on a ditch light mount attached to the bolts underneath the hood onto the hinge, and I was getting out really well on the drive 95 north going up to Savannah and then back to Charlotte yesterday. Had a great time mobile. Mobile was a lot of fun, isn't it, Curtis?
Oh, yeah. I spent a lot of time in the car, too, driving to and from work, so, yeah, it's a great time.
Yep, QSL. Well, you're doing well there with the IC706 and the ham stick, and you're on my YouTube channel, Go Amateur Radio. Great job with the mobile. Great audio. Over.
Yeah, great. I'm glad to hear the audio. Yeah, I had a couple complaints about the mic, and I think I just had the gain turned up too high. I just turned it down a bit. So I appreciate telling me the audio sounds good.
It does. You know, I had the same problem with my when I turn on the processor on the 891. It just is way too punchy, and I got to turn that down. But it depends on the band. And then when I use the headphones, I get the same problem, and I have to turn it way down. I bought some headphones off of a guy on eBay, and he makes them, and they're very budgetary, but they work great. Well, nice to make contact with you. Hope to do mobile to mobile sometime with you. I was at a park yesterday. Have fun today. Kilo Charlie 8, India Echo India. I'll be clear with you from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Yep, 73s, KC8 IEI.
73 is great. Contact with KC8IEI. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. And KC8IEI, there's a guy in Siberia that says your audio sounds great on the 706. 73.
Yeah, awesome. 73. Appreciate that.
CQ, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ in, standing by.
Kilo Charlie 4, Bravo Delta. Kilo Charlie 4, Bravo Delta. Mobile.
Another one in Royal Palm Beach, Florida. That's Roy. Kilo Charlie 4, Bravo Delta, Mobile. What are you running?
Right now I'm running the FT891 with an ATOS 120 on the driver fender.
Well, it's working great. So it's mounted on the fender?
Yes, I got a Diamond 400 mounted on my, on the hood that's on next to the driver's side fender.
You mean the driver's side quarter panel, or is it on the fender of the car?
The driver's side quarter panel.
It's working great. Yeah, I have my hamstick mounted on, you might have heard me earlier, a ditch light mount. Over?
Roger. I mean, it's been working great for the last couple months, and hey, I'm having fun again. I moved into this new house 20 years ago, had to give up my beam and all my antennas, and I needed to get some toys.
Yeah, well, if you can get a station as great as yours sounds, you're set and you can have fun as long as you have a comfortable car. And sometimes I'll set up a chair right outside my car, take the antenna cable so I can get out in the sun and do it that way. If the chair in the car gets uncomfortable, I could set up a captain's chair outside. So you're doing great, Roy. Royal Palm Beach, where is that?
That's next to West Palm Beach. Right now I'm driving south on State Road 7 into Boca Raton. I'm meeting some people. I'm going to be driving into Boca Raton, but the home QTH is Royal Palm, which is basically Wellington, West Palm Beach. QSL?
QSL, yes. My grandmother, when she was still around, lived in West Palm Beach for a little while, so familiar with it. And I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was in Ocala, Florida, this last week. Over?
Roger, in Ocala. When I go past Ocala, that's when I normally go to visit my sister in Mobile, Alabama. Drive up 75, make a left on I-10, and go west.
Okay, well, I got a recommendation for you. The Ocala National Forest. If you can get up a dirt road there and operate, there is no noise. Excellent place for ham radio. Over?
Roger.
Yeah, you probably knew that, but I got on. I was at the biggest magnolia tree near the refuge in Ocala, and I turned on the radio, and wow, it worked great. But I had to get on the road, so I only had about 5 minutes there to listen, or maybe 30 seconds. Then when I got up to South Carolina, I felt like I had a little bit of time. I pulled off to a park and did a POTA activation on a dirt road. But then they had power lines there, so it was pretty good, though. It worked great on the bluffs of the river there that runs through Columbia. Well, 73, Roy, good contact, good mobile setup, KC4, BBD, W4, NDK.
Roger. This is Kilo Charlie 4, Bravo Delta, southbound on State Road 7.
Charlie Tango.
Okay, have fun on State Road 7, 73. Okay, there's a station out there with Charlie Tango.
I was calling the station in Finland.
Station in Finland?
Yep.
Okay, well, I've been on this frequency for about 10 minutes. Is he on this frequency also?
Yes, he is, but I'll let you continue, and I'll QSY. I won't work it. Thank you. Have a Sunday and Saturday and weekend and all.
Okay, thank you for the contact. 73. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'll take one more. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ 20.
Kilowatt 5, Quebec.
Kilowatt 5, Quebec. Is it James or Jim in Missouri?
Jim in Missouri.
Okay, Jim in Missouri, nice to meet you. My name is Nate. You're 5'9" here in North Carolina.
Okay, sounds good. Good signal here in Missouri. Good luck to you there.
Yes, and what is my report?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're 5'9" here in Missouri, 5'9".
Thanks for 5'9" Missouri. The band's open, 73.
Good luck.
Okay, thanks. QRZ? This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4 NDK, North Carolina, CQ. I'll take one more. CQ 20. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta. Is the audio up now? Is the audio up now? My soft ob. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 Whiskey 4, NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, 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 this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo CQ. All right, I'm going to go QRT and walk the dogs. Maybe I'll do a live stream of the local repeater up on Mount Mitchell at 6,600 feet in elevation. Do a crossband repeat up to my antenna, and then up there, let you guys hear some of the chat. It's the most popular healthy repeater in North America, the highest one east of the Mississippi. 73 W4 NDK. I will be clear.
Oscar Hotel 4 Kilo Zulu Mike Portable.
Portable station, go ahead.
Charlie Tango.
This is K4 Victory Michael Lima, QRP and Portable.
Okay, Kilo, go ahead, Portable.
Do you copy K4 Victory Michael Lima and QRP and Portable in South Florida?
Yeah, QRP in Florida, I do copy Kilo 4. I need your suffix. Kilo 4, I need your suffix.
Victory Michael Lima, K4 VNL.
Okay, is that Victoria? Hey, is that Victoria in Florida? Do you copy?
I think I'm hearing multiple stations, maybe coming back to me, I don't know.
Which one are you calling?
This is K4 VNL, Victory Michael Lima. I am in Southeast Florida. Colo.
Okay, Victoria, 59 North Carolina, 59 North Carolina. My station is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Copy Whiskey 4 station, excellent signal, 10 over 9.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for the contact, Victoria. Second contact, first one was January 31st, about 3 weeks ago. I guess you're on the ZQ 106 with the ground plane quarter wave again, is that true? Okay, I think she went away, but Victoria was QRP. Great contact with her. 73 Victoria, nice to make contact with you. That was Kilo 4 Victor Mike Lima. This is Whiskey 4 NDK. Always love talking to the QRP stations.
I guess like a pileup. I don't know if you're hearing me.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Whiskey Lima.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Whiskey Lima 59 North Carolina.
Roger that. You're 59 in New Jersey. November Juliet 59.
Thank you for New Jersey, 73. That's Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Whiskey Lima. I'll be clear with you from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ. Okay, I'm going to go QRT. If there's anybody else out there, I get you, but otherwise I'll go QRT. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo standing by for one more. Okay, we got 7 guys in the chat. Check me out on Go Amateur Radio on YouTube, and 73 from Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, QRT.